Fans think Jeffree Star takes aim at Nikita Drama.
Taylor Swift claps back at haters saying she doesn't write her songs.
And Chris Hemsworth and Elsa Pataki tell Miley to back off.
All that and more on today's Daily Hollywood Rundown.
What is up, everyone? Happy Friday. Welcome to another episode of the Daily Hollywood Rundown. I'm Emile and it's Junior.
And I'm Sussan and happy Friday, first of all. It's like we got here. We got to Friday.
We made it.
We made it
to Friday.
We made it. But if you haven't subscribed to Clevver News before, hit that subscribe button right there, and also hit the bell to be notified the second we post a new Clevver News update, and leave us comments because we love to read your comments.
Yes, we do love reading your comments, but we definitely want to hear your comments on the first story that we have to talk about. Cyrus is now talking to Cody Simpson?
More than talking. Just when you thought this week couldn't get any crazier with relationship bombshells that we didn't see coming, in comes Miley Cyrus and Cody Simpson. So yeah, late last night, our Clevver group chat was on blast when news broke that Miley Cyrus was spotted making out with Cody Simpson. And they weren't at some members club, bar, or bougie restaurant, they were at Backyard Bowls. Now, just to set the scene before giving you the tea, Backyard Bowls is like the Starbucks of acai bowls. It's very casual and public, so there's a big chance you'd get spotted through their large glass front windows. Okay, so moving on. A girl named Ashley took to Twitter and shared this video tweeting, "Just casually sitting in this smoothie bowl place today, and I literally, not even joking, just seen Miley Cyrus with Cody Simpson hooking up." Wasn't she recently divorced? Girl loves them Aussies. You can see she's written in the video, TMZ, want the tea? Well, sure enough, TMZ delivered because they shared this video where you actually see the two of them making out. Take a look. Yep, there's no denying that, right? So the two actually have been friends for a very long time. In fact, there were rumors that they were dating way back in 2014 through to 2015. But that was debunked when it came out that he was actually dating Gigi Hadid at the time. Also, around that same time, Cody said in an interview that the two were just mates, which of course is a very Australian thing to say. He also said the two were working on music together, which we never actually got to hear at the time. But I mean, who knows? Maybe now they'll be able to give us that killer collab. Didn't see this one coming.
Didn't see it at all, but I mean, she likes her Aussie, like they said.
She likes her Aussies, she sure does.
Wait, I say Aussies. So is it Aussies?
Well, how do you say it?
Aussies?
Aussies? Oh, that sounds so like proper. Aussies.
Aussies.
We're Aussies, mate.
All right, so that news has us shook, but that's not the only Miley Cyrus news because Chris Hemsworth and his wife apparently have something to say about.
Yeah, that's right. They've got something to say about Miley. So according to reports by Radar Online, Chris Hemsworth and his wife Elsa Pataki have had enough of their former sister-in-law Miley Cyrus. RadarOnline.com reports that they have learned this exclusively and that the couple have, quote, issued her a stern warning to stop playing games with heartbroken Liam. The source went on to say, quote, "They are the ones picking up the pieces, and they'll happily do anything to protect Liam, including shutting Miley out of Liam's life." As you'd be aware, Liam has been back in Australia since news broke of him and Miley's split, and shortly after that news broke that Miley was seeing Caitlyn Carter. That relationship has since ended, although they still remain friends. Now, since the breakup, Miley also released her breakup song Slide Away that seemingly was about her and Liam's relationship breakdown. As to Chris and Elsa's thoughts on Slide Away, well, Radar Online reports, quote, "The breakup song, the smear campaign implying he has addiction issues, her texting him at random, it's all infuriating to them. They welcome Miley with open arms even though she was way too wild and immature for their friendship group, and they feel betrayed by her behavior too." Radar Online also reports that it seems the protective older brother and his wife want to make sure their life going forward does not include Miley. Their source went on to add, they have conveyed that message to her in a strongly worded text, and that Miley, quote, was actually shocked that Chris and Elsa had struck her off and told her in no uncertain terms to stay away from their brother and let him heal.
I didn't see much about this. I saw it on Radar and a couple people reported on this and quoted Radar. And sometimes Radar can be, we talk about Radar and Rumor Patrol sometimes, so I don't know how reliable it is, but it does sound pretty believable.
It does sound pretty believable, but I was the same thing. I was like, why haven't we heard this being talked about in more places? And also we know that Liam was going to be very private about saying anything to the press. This obviously wasn't directly to press, it was like a source.
Yeah.
But yeah, Who knows? All right, but moving on to some YouTuber news. There's some drama, more drama, maybe some drama going on in the beauty community.
Yeah, starts with Jeffree Star, Nikita Dragon. I'm gonna break it down for you. So Jeffree took to Twitter yesterday to let us know how he really feels about PR packages. He tweeted, "If you're going to send me a PR package in hopes I help sell your boring, bland makeup, make sure you said at least 2 words to me in the last year, which you haven't. Thanks, management. Hashtag return to sender." So in true Jeffree Star fashion, he also took to Snapchat to further address his tweet.
If you're a brand or you're a brand owner and you haven't spoken to me at all this year, I'm talking 0 words, please don't send me your makeup. Girl, why?
Then he continued by saying,
You don't support me, but you want me, #1 beauty reviewer, to support you to hopefully pay for your rent.
So while Jeffree does continue on to say that he's making a general statement and not talking about any one person in particular, he does mention that some people are trying to mess with him and Shane.
And there's also people behind the scenes right now really trying me and Shane, and I'm like, girl, go worry about your own dreams, your own hopes, your own aspirations, because all we're doing is trying to execute ours. And we ain't bothering nobody, but people are crazy.
Of course, fans on Twitter went into a frenzy with a lot of them speculating that the tweet and Snapchat stories were actually directed towards none other than Nikita Dragon herself, especially after she opened up about how she feels about Shane's new series on Philip DeFranco's YouTube channel. One fan tweeted, "Oh, you talking about Nikita?" Someone else said, "I think he's talking about Nikita Dragon's face palette." But some others think the tweet was directed towards Manny MUA, who Jeffree also had a falling out with. I mean, at this point, I get what he's saying. Like, you don't want somebody to only, I guess, feel like you're being used just to help promote the product. But there's so many layers to this story, and there was even more that we talked about in the Daily where another beauty guru, Cole, came out and said something, and the drama, guys.
It's a lot, and it is just people speculating, and I think Jeffree did make the blanket term that it was in general, like it wasn't directed to anyone specific. Maybe getting a few PR packages, maybe from 1 or 2 or more people this week triggered that, but I'm sure it won't be the last time we hear him speak about it.
So Taylor Swift is making headlines today. She sat down with Jimmy Fallon on The Tonight Show, actually her first late night interview since 2017. And there's one part of the interview that really has fans intrigued. I'll explain. So on Thursday night, Taylor appeared on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon to talk to her friend Jimmy. Always wanted to give tidbits and Easter eggs of new information. Taylor let us know that her favorite track off her new album might be the title track, Lover. She said how she was proud that she wrote it all by herself, just like she used to write songs when she was 15 years old. She also told us how she was going to perform Lover on her upcoming Saturday Night Live performance this weekend, as well as one other song that she's never performed live before. But even though there was way more in the interview, let's back it up back to that writing part and see exactly what Taylor said.
I find it funny thinking about if I were to have like a party for all the songwriters on that song.
Really?
Yeah, because it would just be me. Just it'd be the same
You're the only
as when I was in
songwriter?
high school. I'm just like,
Yeah, so you just
So if you're a Swiftie or not, you probably know that Taylor is known for her songwriting, but there's still people who doubt that she writes her songs. In fact, just a few days ago, Malaysian singer Elizabeth Tan got in hot water with the Swifties because of what she said during an interview. Check it out.
A lot of songs that are like RE songs that are like trending worldwide, they're written by a team of songwriters, not just one person.
But Taylor Swift writes her own song.
No, she doesn't. She
No,
writes. She's involved.
Okay.
But there's a team behind her.
So fans had a lot to say in response. One Swiftie said, "Hey Elizabeth, few stats for you, love. Of the 148 songs ever recorded by Tay, roughly 33% were totally self-written, 29% had one co-writer, 25% with 2 co-writers, just 6% with 3+, 7% were covers, and 2% non-covers by someone else, a feature or for charity." Elizabeth actually replied to that saying, "That's amazing to know. I'll keep this in mind. Thanks for sharing. My point was that for most of her songs, she still had great people working with her though, which doesn't take anything away from her at all." Another fan said, "She's so dumb. Taylor writes her own songs. She just likes co-writing. Maybe it's a thing from Nashville. I don't know." Even Ryan Tedder said sometimes he didn't feel like he deserved writing credits on her songs. But guys, there was so much backlash that she ended up doing multiple tweets, including this one that says, "I apologize for the way I phrased things in the interview. I mean, no discredit towards Taylor. I was just highlighting that there are very, very talented people involved in the industry as well. Taylor is literally a legend and nothing will take that away." I guess she didn't know, but there's like, there's certain things you just don't say. And Taylor is known for her songwriting. She actually wrote her Speak Now album completely by herself. There were no co-writers on that album. So yeah, and I feel bad for her because she did so many tweets after like responding to fans and like
Yeah.
trying to like get herself out of the hot water. But some of the things she was saying, I was like, just stop.
I was so surprised when I saw this story because I was like, hang on, doesn't everyone know that that is one of Taylor's biggest strengths, her songwriting? I
Yeah.
think that's a given. I didn't think there was any debate about how talented she was as a songwriter and how much she loved to write her own music. And sure, like there are maybe certain songs you collaborate
Yeah.
with other writers on, but I think to mention that as though she's one of those people that doesn't write her own music was a bit.
Well, and in that interview, like later on, she had said something about like Ed Sheeran and somebody else giving them credit for writing their own songs. And then people pointed out like they have people who they co-write with too. So it was just,
It's
it
a
was a little
mess.
messy. I don't think Taylor was directly responding to this woman though, because, or this singer, I don't want to discredit her, this Malaysian singer, because that came out September 28th, 29th, and obviously it's October 4th when she did the interview, October 3rd. So
I think it was just
Yeah.
the point of her being like the only writer and having fun with that
Yeah.
kind of joke, yeah. All right, Emile, it's time to get the alarm out. We don't know what alarm sound it's gonna be.
oh no, I'm switching back to the
Oh,
other
okay.
one. I forgot. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right.
Are we, should we just not try? It's Friday.
No.
It's Friday.
They all have been trashed. Oh shoot, I don't. Oh, I think it's classic. There it
Okay,
goes.
well,
That's the one.
the most aggressive one there is. I kind of do really like that
I
sound.
like it.
Yeah. All right, well, it's time for the final
Run
because
down.
we're actually getting to the actual news, not just the alarm clock. We're kicking it off with our very first story. Niall Horan and Selena Gomez are hanging out. Selena's girl, Courtney Lopez, posted this picture to Instagram of her with Selena, Niall, and a whole group of friends at an Italian restaurant in LA. She captioned it, "With all of our schedules and travel, we don't get to see each other as often as maybe we would like. But every time we do get to sit down and share a meal together, it makes me emotional and so happy. And seeing my favorite people embrace my now husband makes me want to cry. They're really all family." Selena also took the moment to praise Niall's new music on her Instagram story by writing, "This came out like 5 minutes ago, and I'm pretty sure you need to download." Of course, this has already sparked romance rumors among fans, but we're just gonna have to wait and see on this one.
Yeah, but that's not all we have to talk about. Travis Scott's alleged mistress speaks out. If you've been watching Clevver this week, you would have heard about Kylie and Travis breaking up. Then reports she was hanging out with Tyga, which Kylie shut down. And now the latest, reports that Travis had a mistress that contributed to the breakup. So her name is Rojin Carr, aka Young Sweet Ro, and she was having none of the rumors and shut those down on Thursday afternoon. She took to her private Instagram to air her side of the story saying, "None of these rumors are true. It's just the internet creating a false narrative. Please stop spreading lies and leave him, her, and I alone because it's affecting real lives. Thank you." There have been rumors swirling in the past about Travis and Rojin being a thing based on repeated pictures of her and Travis apparently being in the same place at the same time, as well as her allegedly mentioning on social media. Oh, I hate that. Okay, I don't like how the new phone like fades down. I don't know how to stop that. But
Yeah, we're gonna work on that.
anyway, she goes on. This story's out there, but it's not true apparently. All right, guys, that is a wrap. We are getting out of here, going to enjoy our wonderful weekend. We hope you have a wonderful weekend too. But before you go, make sure you guys leave us some love in the comment section below. Let me know what you think about all of this tea that we spilled today. Do you think that Jeffrey was talking about Nikita, or do you think he really was just making a general statement? Let us know in the comment section below.
I've got to really mention as well what's happening on Celebrity Lowdown tomorrow, you guys. We have a very special guest. Katie Turner is joining us, of course, of Prom Queen. You would have heard the song in Shane Dawson's trailer. She's going to be joining us on the Celebrity Lowdown couch and even performing, so you got to make sure you tune in tomorrow.
Yep, and we'll be back
Tomorrow. Bye, guys.
But wait, before you go, click right over here to watch yesterday's episode of DHR.
Yeah, it's a really good one, and you might as well hit that subscribe button while you're there. Honestly, we're having so much fun, and you don't want to miss out. Like,
Right.
hit the subscribe.
You should, really.